Hi Ubers, it's Anna. I am doing a video response for a swap that I was in. It was a one-on-one swap that is being hosted by Scrappassion01 here on YouTube. That is her YouTube channel. I will put her information in the description bar below. And my partner is M as in Mary, Leeherm, and her name is Michelle. And if you have not subscribed to her or don't know her, that is because she is a very new person to join our wonderful YouTube crafting community. I don't believe that she is a new crafter, but like I said, if you don't know who she is, go over to her channel and subscribe to her and show her some of that good old YouTube love. And so what we were to do was we were to sign up for the swap, and then Betty, who is Scrappassion01 here on YouTube, set us up with our partners. And then after we were set up with our partners, it was up to us to go ahead and contact our partners and find out what kind of colors that they liked, what their favorite things were. I believe there were two stipulations to the swap, two requirements. And the first requirement was that on one of your projects you were to have my cup of tea somewhere on one of your projects. And then the second thing was to do a shabby chic style. So Michelle and I decided to just go for it, and we kind of found out what each other's favorite colors were, and what our each other's likes and dislikes were. And then we first decided on an altered spoon. So that is where the altered spoon comes in later in the video, but we just kind of decided to go for it and wing it after we decided on the altered spoon, because she found out that I didn't like to drink tea. It's not the fact that I don't like tea, it's just I don't drink tea, and she is a tea drinker. So anyways, that's besides the point. So what I did is I kind of started on this like teapot. So I started with this, knowing that I had wanted to do this as soon as I signed up for the swap, because I had seen recently on Staple M1 here on YouTube, that is her YouTube channel, she had done one of these. She had altered one of these. Okay, so as soon as I saw her do that on her channel, I knew that when I signed up for the swap that I wanted to go and do this, because I was at Michael's and I had come across this. So what I did is, I'm just going to show you like a few of the items that I've used, because I have a few projects that I've done, and I don't want this video to be forever long. So what I did is I first painted it with my paint, and it is the, sorry, I'm doing a different angle here, the Cameo Pink. And then after I painted it with my Cameo Pink, I Mod Podged it. With this napkin, with bits of this napkin. And this is what I used to put it on with. Sorry, everything's like so close and feels like it's like all up on it. And then here are some of the pearl adhesives that I use, and this is very new to me, so this was quite a challenge to use these, because I'm not used to using these kind of things. Oh, and then I did use this punch, and you'll see where I used it and how I used it. So what I did after after I painted it, like I said, I went ahead and Mod Podged that napkin piece, the torn napkin pieces all around the teapot. And I Mod Podged it with that collage podge, and I love that stuff. Because it doesn't really give like a really shiny look, but it doesn't really give like a really like matte look. It just kind of gives like a really settled in between look. And I'm finding out that I like Mod Podge for certain things, and I'm liking this collage podge for certain things. It just depends on the type of project that I'm doing. So I'll try to show this as best as I can, and it's like really, really, really gloomy here in Indiana, so I'm trying to use the best lighting that I can. That's why I had to come up with a different video angle. So what I did is, you can see the napkin. I Mod Podged it all. And then that's where I use the pearl flourishes. And then I went around the top with some coffee stain ruffle trim. Up here I used, let's see here, I'll try to move the camera. I used some flat back pearls. And then on the top, I did those little butterflies and I stickled them. Glued them all around the top. And then here's a flower that I was gifted by my bestie Alexandra from Papers and Stuff. Here, let's see. I'll put the camera back down and I'll try to do a different angle here. So I Mod Podged the napkin, okay? Oops. And then I didn't Mod Podge like the top of the teapot or the handle, but here at the handle, I'm not sure. Oh goodness, this is going to be a hot mess video. Anyways, up here on the handle, not sure if you can see it or not, but I did some butterfly stenciling. I punched out that punch. I punched out the punch. Not really sure if you can really see this. Let's see, I'll try to show the other side. So here's the other side. And then I'll try to show this out. There, you can see it a little bit better. I went around and like just took my homemade modeling paste and did some stenciling from the butterflies. And then I just tied some bows with some lace. Topped it off with that flower and put some stickles on it. And I hung it with some lace from the Paper Bag Lady 1 on Zibbit. And the pink is for my stash. And this white, I coffee stained this also. And that's from the Paper Bag Lady 1 on Zibbit also. Okay. So we did that. Or so I did that. And I hope she likes it. Okay. I'm so nervous. I just hope she really likes this. I hope I did good on colors. I just hope I did good. So here is the spoon that I did, the altered spoon. And I used, I'll hold it up close, I used some texture paint with sand, and that is from FaithChick777 here on YouTube. Okay, so what I did here is I laid down my, oops, not even in frame. I laid down my cheesecloth, put some cheesecloth down, and then I just decided, or I just, built up from there. You can see under here, here's a doily from the Paper Bag Lady one. I put some chain around here. Here's some pearl. Whoops, not even a frame. There's some pearls. I used some stickles, and you can't even tell, but I did use, I did put some, a lot of glimmer mist on these. Here's a bauble. I put some gesso all over it. Here's a vintage button. And then here's some trims and lace, and these are all from, let's see, some of these are from Gisela Lavish Laces, and then this is my homemade coffee tea stained seam binding. So I hope she loves the spoon. Excuse me. And I painted it all with my vanilla ice cream. Okay, so okay, so here's the card. Whoops. Here's the card that I made for her. I used the DCWB Primrose stack, and my card is it's craft cardstock, and it is, I matted it with my cream colored cardstock, and then I put the my designer paper on top. And then I used a flourish die from MFT, which is my favorite things. I layered and I put like a green colored doily there underneath. I put a clear wheat spray. I put some shooting pearls on there. I glimmer misted it like crazy. Here's a made with love with some bling, and there's a sewing spool, and I wrapped it with some yellow twine, baker's twine. There's a doily underneath. I layered it with 2 things of vintage lace, and here's some flat back pearls, and then I used some chain as like a border. And then here is a wooden butterfly from my friend Anna, a Faya 72. And then if you open it up, here's some vintage lace, some more of that primrose stack, and then this is a Spellbinders or Nestabilities, I can't remember. And then on the back, I just have my information. Okay, so last but not least, I made this. And I used the Prima Madeline collection. Love it. Got it just for this swap because I believe that's what my swap partner's colors are and like kind of color scheme that she loves. So I got that just for this swap. So what I did is I die cut it out with my scallop nestabilities or spellbinders. I'm not sure what it is. I wrapped it around with some vintage lace up here on the top. Here's a vintage button. Here is some of my homemade seam binding. I tied in a bow because I love dangly things. Love, love, love it. Here's some more of that pearl flourish, like bling kind of stuff. I know it's not blingy, but it's pearl. Here's some more vintage lace all around it. And then what I did is I took a doily and I cut it up and I Mod Podged it with that Collage Podge after I painted it brown. And so that is the outside, and then I wrapped it around with that vintage lace. Then you open it up. And here's the box. So you can, let's see, I'll try to do this. You can take these out because that's a little pocket. And these are just two labels that I fussy cut out. And everything has been etched with tea dye. Not sure if you can see this glimmer or this sparkle, but okay. And then what you did, since Prima doesn't have like a back to it or it's not double-sided, I just went around it with some of my Inkadinkadoo stamps and just kind of made like a pretty little decoration and etched the back so that it's not so plain Jane looking. And all this lace that was used on this was vintage lace. And then here is my cup of tea. I use this is a Sizzix die. And so, okay, long story short, this spool is actually supposed to be for that spoon. The spoon, that was my idea. The spoon was supposed to stand up on it, but as you can tell, the spoon got a little heavy. Use some more of that Madeline paper from Prima. There's some bling on top. Just dressed it, painted it with my vanilla ice cream paint. Let's use some more of that coffee stained lace. And then let's see. Let me see how I'm do this. Okay. And what I did is, if I can get it out, I made my first dangle charm. And it is so chunky, and it has just got so much on it, and I hope she loves it. I've got stuff from Butterbee Scraps on there. I mean, I absolutely love it. And then here is the inside of the box. I Mod Podged that. I Mod Podged all the inside. Oops. So there you go. So those are my things for my swap partner, and now the fun part is going to be wrapping up the teapot and making sure and hoping that it gets there, crossing my fingers, that it gets there all in one piece. So that is for my swap partner, and I hope she likes it, and I hope everybody else likes it, and I hope everybody has a wonderful and scrappy day. And thank you, Betty, for hosting this wonderful swap. It has been so fun, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, getting to know another YouTube person. It's just so awesome, the just wonderful ideas that run around here on YouTube constantly, and all the wonderful ladies out there and gentlemen, don't want to forget the men. But that's all I have for now, so until the next video, I will talk to everybody later, and I'm so sorry this video got so long, but I do believe I got a little carried away. But anyways, thanks. Talk to everybody later. Bye.